What up, y'all? Sitting here eating my chili and shit. Shit hot. But it's good though. Look, man, I just want to kind of go over the little how I feel about the Kevin Durant trade. You know, I ain't really tripping about being all scraggly and shit right now. I can get suave in when I want to. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the Kevin Durant thing. This has been pissing me off about it, right? Because people, they be like, "Oh, he's too good to be playing with Stephen Curry," right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so he too good to play with Stephen Curry, but he ain't too good to play with Westbrook. I mean, what I'm saying? What's really the difference between where's the margin of talent really between Westbrook and Curry? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that really separating them except for his shot and his decision making. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know Westbrook a beast. Some people got Westbrook, they'll put him slightly higher than Curry. Westbrook just be making ugly ass faces and shit, and he ain't the people's champ, but whatever. I really don't give a damn. I think they both phenomenal because they are. So I don't care who you take over, you know, A or B. Don't matter to me. But my thing is, people like, oh, Durant's one of the best three players in the league. He can't hook up with one of the best three players in the league. Excuse me. Now my thing was like I said, is Westbrook not a top three point guard in the league? So what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? They both got scoring title champions. You know what I'm saying? Durant's a scoring title champion 4 times. Curry got one. Westbrook got one. Curry got an MVP. Durant got an MVP. Uh, Westbrook almost got an MVP. They're not gonna give Westbrook the MVP, man. They don't like that dude. They don't like Caesar. I call him Caesar from Planet of the Apes. They not gonna give it to Caesar, man. I don't care how many triple W's he get. They not gonna give him MVP. Plus, it's just hard to get MVP when you're on the same team with Kevin Durant. But the dude's super talented, man, and he's a top three point guard in the league. And Durant been playing with him for 9 years, and they couldn't get it done. Why not leave, man? This dude is a mutant. The guy I'm playing with is a mutant. He could dunk like Derrick Rose in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He's slashing all crazy and shit. He got tenacity like Kobe Bryant and shit. Like, you don't give up like Iverson. He hit the deck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook is a monster, man. Like, he got to play with a mutant for 9 years. And no ring. Hey, why not leave, man? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and play with somebody else that's a mutant. You just left one mutant to go play with another mutant. So what? Ain't that what LeBron did? He's a mutant. You know what I'm saying? Nigga with powers and shit. Then he went to go play with Dwayne Wade, another nigga with powers and shit. I don't care what nobody say, man. Dwayne Wade was the second best two guard in the league, second to only Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron James hooked up with his ass. And them niggas went to the final as soon as they hooked up for a reason. Because that shit was unfair, especially in the East. Same thing when Boston hooked up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody talk shit about them niggas when they hooked up. Hall of Famers and shit. Ray Allen, the best 3-point shooter ever. Most 3 points made. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, Hall of Famer. Paul Pierce, the truth. You know what I'm saying? KG. Please, man. Please, man. Niggas hooked up, bro. Went to the finals. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 years in a row. But that's what happens, though, when monsters hook up, man. But I don't blame KD. You know why? Because, like I said, you already been playing with a mutant for 9 years. That's longer than LeBron gave the cast before he said, fuck it, I'm jumping ship. That's longer. He stayed longer. I think LeBron stayed like his first 6 years and dipped to Miami. So, for that's for one reason. For two, that dude is damn near 7 foot. 7 foot body is different from a 6'5", 6'6" body. You don't know how long you're gonna stay healthy and be able to do the shit you can do at that height. You have bone problems and shit, injury problems, you're injury prone, you're flimsy. You've already had them foot problems, Durant been breaking his damn feet and shit, you know. Probably thinking about that shit. Then on top of that, man, you in the wild, wild west, bro. You gotta think about that. He ain't in the cakewalk ass East with LeBron with teams with the worst record ever in NBA history, like Philly and shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, these terrible ass records, shit, Orlando and shit. It's like, what is Orlando even doing? Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, like, what is Brooklyn doing? Them niggas is terrible too. Like, then you get teams that's like, alright, but you don't know if they're gonna be healthy or whatever. Like Chicago, they be all beat up come playoff time. You know what I'm saying? And Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like iffy. Never know what they gonna do. The Pacers was cool for a couple years, and they just split all up. Lance Stevenson went west, and David West went to the Spurs, and Hibbert just lost his Space Jam's powers overnight. You know what I'm saying? East just sucked, being sucking. Meanwhile, you got the best player in the league in the weak ass East. This nigga just keep going to the finals, just sea walking and skipping and up rocking all the way to the finals and shit. This let's go into the finals, you know what I'm saying? While meantime in the West, you got the Spurs, they fighting the shit out of the Rockets and shit, and fighting with OKC and Golden State fighting the Clippers and OKC, and these niggas got to beat all these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. OKC had to play the Spurs, Dallas, man, they had to play the Warriors. Now, if they would have beat all them niggas, they still would have had to play LeBron and Kyrie in the finals, man. Come on with that, man. Ain't about to be doing all that shit. And this nigga ain't even working that hard to get where he at. You know what I'm saying? They all fresh. They ain't got no injuries and shit. They didn't swept everybody and shit. I think LeBron's hardest series was the Pistons, nigga, because all their games was like 3 or 4, like 1 to 3 points. All their games when they played the Pistons in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The Cavs. And they swept them. That was like their hardest series, man. That Toronto shit wasn't all that, man. Everybody said that the OKC and the Golden State series should have been the finals. That shit felt like a finals. You know what I'm saying? And they still wasn't done. That's how bad it is in the West, man. That's how hard it is. You get these niggas in the East making the playoffs, and y'all know this. Y'all watch basketball. You get these niggas in the East making the playoffs with bum ass records, man. Terrible ass records making the playoffs. You can't even get in the playoffs in the West with a good record. The eighth and the ninth and the 10th seed in the West have better records than the last three East teams that made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They need to do what the WNBA do and just have the best records make the playoffs, no matter what conference you from. Then it wouldn't be no cakewalk. Then niggas like Durant probably wouldn't hook up with super teams. But if this nigga over here got it super easy, hell yeah, I'm gonna make it easy on myself. I'm not mad at KD. I ain't mad at you. Not gonna Jedi me, make me feel bad. I've been playing with a mutant for 9 years and we can't get it done. And these mutants over here want me to play with them. Shit, I'm bouncing. Fuck it. Durant, look at LeBron. This nigga get to play with all kind of superstars. Nobody says nothing. Come on, man. Gotta hold people to the same standard. Jordan and Pippen scored 40 apiece in the same game, right? Nobody did that since until Westbrook and Durant did it. Like 20 years went by, nobody did that shit until Westbrook and Durant did it. So that right there tells you how cold Westbrook is. Then they fuck around and did it again, like a week later. They became the first teammates in NBA history to score 40 in the same game more than once. Westbrook and Durant. So y'all can go on with that bullshit about like he too good to play with Curry because he been playing with Westbrook's phenomenal ass for the last 9 years. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's cold. So it's not that different. It's just a different style of play. Golden State, their philosophy is whoever open take the shot. You know what I'm saying? OKC's philosophy was Westbrook and Durant gonna beat everybody. Fuck out of here. That's not gonna work. It hasn't worked. So, I don't blame the man for leaving for, you know, different philosophy. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. A lot of the homies don't even know I'm crazy about the basketball, man. I be watching the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I like that shit a lot. I pay attention to that shit. It's like I pay attention to everything else that I give a fuck about. So if you want to have a healthy debate or talk about some shit, hit me up. I'm all day on that. Boxing too. I know my boxing too. Hit me up.